All right, you guys. So today we're going to learn about something new, something that I kind of like, that I didn't like when I was younger, but I love it now. But before we do that, we're going to do a review of place value. So if our number is 2, 3, 5, I do not read this as 235. I read this as 235. I know that every number in this larger number has a certain value. It's worth something. I know that the 5 sits in the ones place. So this number right here is worth 5. Simple enough, right? I know. All right. I also know that this 3 sits in the tens place. I wouldn't say I gave Anthony $3 tens. No, I would simply replace the 1 with 3, and this becomes 30 because it sits in the tens place. All right. 30 plus 5. Our last number is 2. The 2 sits in the hundreds place. I wouldn't say I have 2 and hundreds. No, I would say I have 200. So this number, place value wise, 235. 200 plus 30 plus 5. Now we're going to learn about the numbers that come after the ones place. And I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? There's nothing here. Aha! There is. There's something called a decimal point. A decimal point is a dot that comes after our ones place. The decimal point simply tells us, and there's other numbers that come after. So the decimal point tells us what? And other numbers come after. And the numbers that come after this are smaller numbers. Think of when we did fractions. We took a big number and we broke it down into pieces. That's all that a decimal is. Taking a whole number, and breaking it into smaller, easier, workable pieces. All right. So our number is 7 tenths. Not just 7, 7 tenths. The first place after our decimal place is going to kind of be a flip of our place values up here, but we're just not going to think about this place. There is no oneths place when it comes to decimals, but there is a tenths place. So this would be considered 7 tenths. Or if I had one huge rectangle and I had it cut into 10 pieces, 7 of those pieces would be shaded in. Let me show you. Excuse my rectangle, it's pretty off. No worries. And remember, if I want to make this to a rectangle, I'm going to have one line going horizontally across, and then I'm going to have 4 lines going up and down or vertically, okay? In all, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 pieces in all. This first number after the decimal place tells me how many of those 10 pieces I need to shade in. I need to shade in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now this is where fractions come back. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. How many pieces do I have in all in this shape? 10. Exactly. That's my denominator or my number that goes on bottom. How many pieces did you have to shade in? 7. So the decimal form of 0.7 is the same as 7 tenths, meaning out of my whole, which has 10 pieces, only 7 pieces of pizza I ate. So I did not eat the whole pizza. So we're going to work on just focusing on our tens frame, which is the first decimal place after the decimal point. And then we're going to focus on our second decimal place, which is, if we look over here and we flip it, it would be our hundredths. Or if I had a shape, a whole shape cut into 100 pieces, how many of those pieces would I have shaded in? So that's all we're going to do, focusing on decimals today. Decimals are similar to our fraction unit. So we're just going to do that today, and then tomorrow we'll do a little bit more.